I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic. Armor won't save you!
You got something?
I'll finish you here and now! All good things come from
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! It's over! Here I come! You're back!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! We are freaking invincible!
Malcolm and the others truly are strong.
What about me?
You're finished! Ignite! You're mine! Transform!
Illuminate the sun!
Rising Falcon! You're mine!
Lightning blazing cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Searing flame!
Be still! Devastation! Here I am! Take this! Now
I can carve through air! I really know you are.
it's over! Lunar
Theon, astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally! I'm gonna get back into the fray! Raise the lightning!
Rising Falcon!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
I felt better, that's for sure.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
like this should be easy. No further! Dazzle! Sword Lane Alpha!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Eagle Assault!
Prepare to be sealed, or fleet of foot. Actually, passing down is more appropriate.
Let's find more duels. Lock! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Easy! Way to go!
Soaring Light Spear! Devastation! Rising Falcon! Do it!
Lock! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Now! You're mine! Dragon
Now!
Light Spear!
There's always room for improvement.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegus as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. Let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Little help!
You're finished! Rising Falcon! Lightning Thrust!
I'm on a roll now!
Eternal Devastation!
Lightning Orb! Banana, let's go!
Watch this! I'm not done! Glimmer Dragon!
Hurry,
Lightning
Rick!
Thrust!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Take this!
Here I go!
You're finished!
Searing Flame! Reload! You're really, really strong out there!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Where are you Still, it's reassuring to have you around. As impressive as always.
But I hope that was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Shion actually before.
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Looks like it could be worth something. It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Voron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it, chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding.
I won't forgive you!
In a bind?
Burn in hell! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Flying free! What did they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Frickin' does it!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Soaring Light Spear! Rising Falcon!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
As impressive as always.
Ah, well, I hope that wasn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. Hold together, just a little longer.
Thanks for the sympathy.
Get it together. We need you informed. Here's a healing art.
Soaring light spear! Rising fist! This one's all mine! Here I come!
You fight better at a distance.
The further away, the better. No complaints from me.
I won't forgive you.
You're mine! Soaring light spear! Rising falcon! Take this! Come on, come
Now
on!
I've seen everything.
Megasonic strike! We got flyers!
I've got this. Not marksman handling.
All yours!
Tempest,
Flew away!
here goes. Razor blade.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Razor target.
I'm just getting started!
It's over.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. What's this thing?
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zuko cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
I never miss.
Dragon Swarm!
This'll come in handy. My hand is down. They look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you truly. Keep our frozen.
Hammer!
My turn!
Now,
Rising falcon!
you make quick work of them.
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
As impressive as always.
Ah, here I hope they're with you too.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look desperate. Get on in there together. Burning.
Tear you apart! It's over!
More where that came from.
Over so soon? My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Probably what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. In a vine.
I'm on it! Sword Rain Alpha!
You got company.
Raining
Here I go. I'm only getting to this. Aren't even natural. Air thrust.
Here I come!
Whirlwind here.
Burn it! Storm!
In the wind.
You're mine!
Air thrust.
All things here and now!
Time to do it.
Sword Rain River!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Got it!
Well done. Now,
River!
astral energy.
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Go no further.
You're mine!
I'll only get it the wind won't save you from me. Where are you going?
You picked the wrong fight!
Let me help.
Sword Rain Alpha!
So you can.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Not dead! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Shion, get toasty!
Burn strike! Onward and upward.
And thus our strength yet grows.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta break through! Your armor won't save you! That's enough! Ready, fly! Return to the station! Be still! Here I come! We got fire!
I've got
In a bind?
Let a marksman handle it.
Finish, Storm! All yours!
Your
This
other
one's all
one's mine.
Swordling Alpha!
Dragon shell!
Crush!
Searing flame! Reload!
Right on flat!
I'm on a roll, man! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Take this! Soaring light spear! Swallow dance!
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
Not today!
Strike! Burning
Be
strike!
still!
Light
Move away!
Steering reload! Will this help?
Take it!
Light astral
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Shattering
Sword
out!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right,
No.
next one.
Move it!
Already on it.
Sword Blade Alpha! Pierce!
Take it!
I'm on!
Leave the snaring
I'll
to me.
work you through!
Yeah, and trouble to me.
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
Well, no, I wasn't. I'm like bait to them.
Here I come!
Here I go!
Ah!
I never miss!
Sword Blade Alpha!
Almost there.
Dragon Swarm!
Oh, Roll and Red Wing!
Lightning Thrust!
Do
Take
it!
it! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! You're mine!
Free.
It's
Why
over!
can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Do it!
Get on
Here I
board!
come! Ah! Sword Blade Alpha! Megasonic Thrust! Anozzle!
Reload! Whoa, hey, what is...
Step back. This one's all law.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law.
Yeah, getting close.
I won't forgive you!
They got me good.
I never miss!
I'm on Sword Blade Alpha!
Steering clear!
Rain Strike! Crush! Dazzle! Ah!
I'll smash you.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like it's not for you to truly.
The enemy needs us too.
We'll soon see about that.
Take it! Ah!
I'll fix you up.
Sword Blade Alpha!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance
Not
to
a
the wind!
chance! Lunar Rondo! Devastation! Rising Falcon! Do it! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part.
Right, here goes! Devastation! Lunar Rondo!
Holy Land!
Rising Falcon! Not today!
I'm on!
Sword Blade Alpha!
Annihilation!
Rain Slash!
Hear me! This one's mine!
Try harder! Not
Now!
today!
Yukara,
I'll stop your movement!
and I'll stop your life.
Come and face me!
Art Field!
You're finished! Soaring Light Spear! Stardust!
Dance in the wind!
Rising Falcon! You hear it now! Lightning Thrust!
Fury!
You're mine!
Burning Strike!
Dragon Swarm! First strike! No escape!
Looks like it could be worth something.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
You're finished! Almost there!
Lightning condensed!
Sword Blade Alpha! Megasonic Thrust! It's the flaming strike is yours to be
I
let
never
free!
miss!
Devastation!
Steering flame!
Here I come! It's over!
It's over! Steering flame!
It's over!
Hear me!
Sword Blade Alpha!
Burning strike!
Flew away! Dazzle!
You make quick work of it.
Want me to pick up you?
Just pointing it out.
As impressive as always.
We won that by a mile!
It's gone.
Here I come!
In a bind. Now you see what I'll finish you here and now. Hey, when did I get so popular? Cricket ducking.
Be still! Here I come! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! It's over! Here I come! You're finished!
You alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Lunar Rondo!
It's over! Dance in the wind! Neon, astral energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory.
Rocket shout!
Naturally!
This one's mine.
Soaring light
Dance in the
spear!
wind! Hear me, Slayer!
Do you require
Astral energy!
Say no more.
My turn!
Reload!
I'm on Sword Rain Alpha!
Wind and tear! Ready and
Fly
ready!
away! Talon
Now!
Hurricane! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Looks like some solid equipment.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Hmm? Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be alright.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Renwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harrows should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harrows would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.